Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice Gods Among Us video as we have a little bit of info on your daily DC official news, exclusives, comic reviews, emojis, deals, rewards, and much, much more. Sounds pretty dumb, but we might check it out just to see what the rewards are. In this video, we're going to be doing the Metahuman The Flash promoted up to level 50 Elite 7. And we're going to go online and get our multiplayer scene rewards as we hit in the top 1% in the previous season and got 3 Metahuman The Flashes, a hyperspeed suit, and 150,000 credits to promote Metahuman The Flash. So we're going to go into our collection, and we're going to go check out Metahuman The Flash right now. He is in the T's, obviously, unlike Reverse Flash. So there is Metahuman The Flash with 7 extra cards, and unpromoted 9,396 damage, 17,496 health, as I believe he's 1,200 base damage and health. Really solid stats. Upon special attack or Supermove activation, base attacks temporarily triple in speed with a chance to be unblockable and do critical damage. This passive ability is super good. You can use the Rasho Ghoul Scimitar and cheat out a level 1 move right away. You can also use Batgirl and get 2 of them right away, which is a big deal. Lightning Kick 1,879 to 3,758. Fast Enough 5,637 to 11,275. And the Speed Zone 14,094 damage. So promoting Metahuman The Flash Elite 1, damage goes from 9,396 to 14,094. Health goes from 17,496 to 26,244. So the Lightning Kick at Elite 1, 2,818 to 5,637. Fast Enough 8,456 to 16,912. And the Speed Zone 21,141 damage. So promoting up to Elite 2, damage goes from 14,094 to 18,792. Health goes from 26,244 to 34,992. At Elite 2, Lightning Kick 3,758 to 7,516. Fast Enough 11,275 to 22,550. And the Speed Zone 28,188 damage. So promoting up to Elite 3, damage goes from 18,792 to 28,188. Health goes from 34,992 to 52,488, which is a pretty significant upgrade as Elite 3 is always the biggest returns. Lightning Kick at Elite 3, 5,637 to 11,275. Fast Enough 16,912 to 33,825. And the Speed Zone 42,282 damage. So promoting up to Elite 4, damage goes from 28,188 to 32,886. Health goes from 52,488 to 62,986. At Elite 4, the Lightning Kick 6,577 to 13,154. Fast Enough 19,731 to 39,463. And the Speed Zone 49,328 damage. So promoting up to Elite 5, damage goes from 32,886 to 37,584. Health goes from 62,986 to 69,984. So at Elite 5, Lightning Kick 7,516 to 15,033. Fast Enough 22,550 to 45,100. And the Speed Zone 56,376 damage. Promoting up to Elite 6, damage goes from 37,584 to 42,282. Health goes from 69,984 to 78,732. So at Elite 6, Lightning Kick 8,456 to 16,912. Fast Enough 25,369 to 50,738. And the Speed Zone 63,422 damage. So promoting up to Elite 7, damage goes from 42,282 to 46,980. Health goes from 78,732 to 87,480, which is actually a decent amount, as that's exactly what Red Sun Green Lantern has at 1,200 base. Lightning Kick 9,396 to 18,792. Fast Enough 28,188 to 56,376. And the Speed Zone 70,470 damage. So for promoting the Lightning Kick up to level 2, 10,335 to 20,671. At rank 3, 11,275 to 22,550. Rank 4, 12,214 to 24,429. At rank 5, 13,154 to 26,308. At rank 6, 13,624 to 27,248. At rank 7, 14,093 to 28,187. At rank 8, 14,563 to 29,127. At rank 9, 15,033 to 30,067. And fully upgraded 15,503 to 31,006 damage. So fast enough, base damage 28,188 to 56,376. At rank 2, 31,006 to 62,013. Rank 3, 33,825 to 67,651. At rank 4, 36,644 to 73,288. Rank 5, 39,463 to 78,926. At rank 6, 40,872 to 81,745. At rank 7, 42,281 to 84,563. At rank 8, 43,691 to 87,382. At rank 9, 45,100 to 90,201. And fully upgraded 46,510 to 93,020 damage. That's like Ares quality right there. Speed zone unpromoted 70,470 damage. Up to rank 2, 77,516. At rank 3, 84,564. At rank 4, 91,611. At rank 5, 98,657. At rank 6, 102,181. At rank 7, 105,704. At rank 8, 109,228. At rank 9, 112,752. And fully upgraded 116,275 damage. So now for the optimal gear for Metahuman The Flash, obviously you want to have basic damage gear. So a gear item like the Ra's al Ghul Scimitar is amazing. Ibis-Stick can give you some good value against high health opponents. And then for the third item, you probably want to have something that gives critical hit chance if you're not augmented, or you want something that actually heals your Metahuman The Flash. But if you're running with Blackest Night, Martian Manhunter, or Justice League Wonder Woman, you have more than enough heals to do that. So this setup is actually pretty good offensively. Obviously, if you have Justice League Wonder Woman or Harley Quinn, you can get a lot of value from healing. So we're going to go into our collection. We're going to sort by attack value. So we're going to sort by damage. So as you see, Dawn of Justice Batman is at 50,000. Ares and Metahuman The Flash, 46,000. Darkseid, I believe, is 1050. Arkham Origins Batman, 39,000. Red Sun Superman's only 49,000 because of augment. We almost have that maxed out. As far as health goes, Superman obviously top of the charts. Dawn of Justice Batman actually has a few upgrades as well. Darkseid, Martian Manhunter, and Metahuman The Flash all top out at 1,200. I think Red Sun Green Lantern and Arkham Origins Batman are actually 1,150, and Arkham Origins Deathstroke 1,100, I believe, along with Regime Superman. And Doomsday's right up there at about 1,050. And Red Sun Wonder Woman 1,000, Arkham Harley Quinn at 950, Ares at Red Sun Solomon Grundy at 900. So pretty good stuff there. So we're going to go into Bonus Battle 7. We're going to continue actually doing these fights. So we're going to use Metahuman The Flash, and we're going to start off with some damage. We're going to throw in Batman along with Animated Harley Quinn. We're going to test some damage values here. So Animated Harley Quinn, we're going to give Animated Harley Quinn the 4th World set. And the 4th World Mace is actually pretty good with Metahuman The Flash. Obviously, you want some power generation. The whole set is pretty good. You might get a little bit more value from the League of Assassins 2-piece, along with Ra's al Ghul Scimitar, but that's totally up to you how you play that out. We're going to put LexCorp on Batman. We're also going to give him the gauntlets, even though we probably don't need it. And this is a setup we're using with Metahuman The Flash. You can obviously change it out. If you have your Metahuman The Flash augmented, you can actually opt for the knife collection instead of Ra's al Ghul Scimitar, and you could probably do that anyways just so you can get more basic damage from healing. But because you're not going to be using light attacks and start with 1 bar of powers just for this demonstration, we're actually going to go all offensive with Metahuman The Flash. So we're going to put on as much damage gear as we have. Now, we haven't actually tested out critical damage. We're going to make that test after we do one fight. We'll swap out the knife collection for the Cloak of Destiny. So in the first matchup, we have Zod, Bane, and Boss Solomon Grundy. All cards are level 50, Elite 7, although no control over when the tag does really suck.
Begin.
So you can see Metahuman The Flash with no augments hitting for 9866. That's really strong. Kryptonian Rifle is going to hit for a decent amount. We're going to go off the Lightning Kick on Zod. That wipes him out. A couple hits on Boss Solomon Grundy. Unfortunately, we do not get anything off after the special. So we're just going to have Batman take a couple hits. Cleaver Spin blocked. We have our own little radiation going on Solomon Grundy thanks to the LexCorp item. Hopefully Harley Quinn comes in. There she is with the damage boost. We're going to work towards that. Now keep in mind we do have 45% basic damage, so the results may vary. That Cleaver's been devastating on Harley Quinn. Metahuman The Flash is back in. We're going to go off the Lightning Kick now. Now he's hitting for like 10,000, something ridiculous. Cleaver Spin again hits for 16,000. And no chance, and Boss Solomon Grundy gets hit for over 11,000 damage with that combo. 29,744 XP, 2,430 credits. And we're actually going to go into multiplayer. We could show off some more damage battles. We're going to go online with Metahuman The Flash. So we're going to get some more Elite 7s, and we're going to throw in Dawn of Justice Batman, just because we can, and we're going to throw in Arkham Origins Batman, or Arkham Origins Deathstroke. So for Arkham Origins Deathstroke, we're going to give him the Prometheum Longsword. We are going to give him the two-piece LexCorp, as that is pretty solid for him. We could also use the Indistick and something else. But we might get some more value with Metahuman The Flash using it. So, you saw what the knife collection does. We're actually going to leave that, and we're going to have that set up for Metahuman The Flash, just so it's a little bit more balanced. And Dawn of Justice Batman, we're going to give the entire Fourth World set, because we've seen how annoying it is to deal with Dawn of Justice Batman with the Fourth World.
Batman.
Alright, so we're going to do a 3-battle matchup to show off Metahuman The Flash. So in the first battle, we have Rami T2 going up against Dawn of Justice Batman, Shazam, and Godfall Superman. Keep in mind, even if the special is evaded, you do get the speed bonus, so it's definitely not useless. I'm going to start off with Deathstroke. So Shazam comes in. We're going to go the point blank. We missed the 200%. And there's the Roaring Strike. That's probably going to dominate. Does not take out Deathstroke. So we're going to go off the Lightning Kick on Shazam. And this is where it gets dangerous. Shazam gets lit up. Superman is in. We're at 1 bar, so we're going to go off another Lightning Kick on Godfall Superman. He is at 2 bars. The Frozen Delivery is going to do some damage.
Had enough?
Although it didn't seem to take out that much of Metahuman The Flash's health, so that stun from the Cloak of Destiny was pretty bad. So I did not see any Fourth World shenanigans. We're going to get off the Gotham Justice, which unfortunately gets evaded. So you have to block to avoid the stun. There it is. This time we get a connect. However, it does not really do much damage as we don't get a stun.
Try again.
So Gotham Justice entirely evaded. Does heal for 34,000. So Godfall Superman back in. We're going to go off the Lightning Kick and heal up Metahuman The Flash a little bit. So that pretty much wipes him out. In this case, we're going to get off another Lightning Kick and burn Dawn of Justice Batman because he can't evade it. And this is just going to rip him to shreds as we wipe out Dawn of Justice easily for the victory in the first fight. $12,480 XP, 5,000 battle points, 3,900 credits. So in the second battle, we have KOA Sice going up against Raven, Killer Frost, and 600 Wonder Woman. This could be a very cancerous fight.
Begin.
So in this case, we're actually going to use Dawn of Justice Batman because he can evade a lot of stuff. And he's also got the Fourth World to deal with Raven, depending on how annoying she can be. Here we're kind of just waiting it out.
Back off.
There's a second evasion. .600 Wonder Woman gets the shield toss. She's got the League of Assassins item, and that dot is doing quite a bit. We do get a stun off. So we're going to go the lightning kick on 600 Wonder Woman. Does block it. Still hits for like 12,000. I'm mindful of the shield toss, and that's just going to rip her up. No chance of surviving that. And there's the swap on Metahuman The Flash. So first swap is gone from Raven. Now Killer Frost is at 2 bars. But Black Ice does not work, obviously, he evaded. So that's the hopeful mindset here. So we're trying to bait out a tag. Doesn't look like we're going to get one. There it is. So Black Ice is evaded. That is really important. So at this point, we're going to go with the lightning kick. It is not blocked. So Killer Frost might get off a level 1 move here. Yes, she does. And it looks like she's got 4th world gear as well. But it looks like he still does the full combo, but in that case, it doesn't work out. So when we get a stun on Dawn of Justice Batman, that's what's going to rip up Killer Frost. Not quite enough to get her down. But we have Deathstroke, point blank on Raven. Does hit for 200%, easily wipes her out. And Black Ice on Deathstroke does a lot of damage. And Killer Frost is doing a lot of damage. There's a resurrection. I don't understand how she was doing so much with that little bit. So we're going to go with the explosive battering. Unfortunately, it gets blocked. Almost puts Killer Frost at 2 bars. There's the evasion. And there's another stun. We have to work towards 2 bars. We're going to go with another explosive battery to try to avoid Black Ice. And we do get a stun. Not enough to get rid of her, unfortunately. This time the Black Ice connects, and it does resurrect Batman. That's really bad. However, Killer Frost does not get to 1 bar, and we still knock her out. And we figured that fight would be pretty tough, but we still survived. 12,480 XP. 5,000 battle points, 900 credits. So in the third and final matchup, we have S777N going up against Regime Killer Frost, Raven, and Arkham Knight Batman. Now this is where the Rasho Ghul's dagger can come in handy. We have Killer Frost at 1 bar. We do not have 2-piece League of Assassins, so we don't have to worry about any tag shenanigans. Now there isn't a whole lot of healing, at least from outside of recovery. Killer Frost has not used the special yet.
Back off.
Looks like he's got straight healing gear, so he's not playing defensive. Raven tags out. And Raven does have 4th world, so we're going to have to put a pounding on him. So you see the high amount of damage that Metahuman The Flash does. Unfortunately, that's going to pretty much put a stop to it. If this is not blocked, that only hit once, so he might actually get some value out of it. Unfortunately, Arkham Knight Batman comes in, luckily not at 2 bars, and another character that has healing on special 1. There's the Gotham Justice. This is going to do some damage. Arkham Knight Batman has a lot of health too. That explosive battery does some damage. And Soul Crush does knock out Batman. That's just devastating. So Raven is in. We've already seen 1 swap. There's a second one. That one not at 200%. And that takes out the Flash. So as you see, you can still get cheated out by stupid stuff. There's a resurrection there, but that's basically how Metahuman The Flash works. You definitely need something to counter healing and stuff like that. We did get pretty unlucky with Dawn of Justice Batman. So if you like this video on Metahuman The Flash getting promoted to level 50 Elite 7, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice Gods Among Us videos playlist Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!